Hey, my name is Jermaine. Welcome to Picatude. Go on. In today's video, I'm gonna show you all how to etch a glass. So as you can see here, this is my vinyl cutter, and it's a Roland GX24. It's a 24-inch cutter. So as you can see, that's a cutting carriage going across, measuring a sheet of paper. So I'll get that size on the computer, and I make sure that the design fit within that space, so there is no missing portion of the design. So as you see, the carriage is now cutting the vinyl. So as soon as this is finished, then the vinyl will be taken out, as you can see here, from the machine, then carrying to the cutting table. So here we're on the cutting table, carrying out the process as this is called weeding. So this portion has been sped up, so it's not in real time, but this is where the weeding process is done. So you'll take out the positive space, and then it will be mounted onto the substrate. In this case is a glass, and then we'll start to etch. So that's pretty much it. Glass etching is very easy. It's nothing you can't do once you have the requisite supplies, which is the vinyl cutter. If you don't have a vinyl cutter but you know someone who does, you could ask them. So here it is. You see it using the mask, applying it onto the vinyl, and then now here cutting off the excess portion of it and going to apply it onto the glass. So what you need for this process, you would need a glass, of course, and you also need the etching cream. I'm using the brand Armor Etch, so that is what it's going to be used. Then you need something to apply the Armor Etch. I'm using a painting brush. You need masking tape or painter's tape. So you can use clear tape if you have that, if that's what you have. Now here, as you see, I'm slowly peeling away the vinyl along with the transfer mask from the backing. Alright, so you see where that part didn't come up, so I push it back down so I could pick it up cleanly. After that, I discard the backing. Then it's time to apply it onto the glass. You want to make sure that the glass is very clean, so you may use alcohol. I've never done that, but to make sure that the surface is extremely clean, free of lint, dust, moisture, grease, it is ideal that you use some rubbing alcohol or some other cleaning agent that doesn't react to the vinyl. So you want to make sure that when the vinyl is adhered to the glass and when you're moving the mask, it doesn't pull away the vinyl as well. So as you can see here, as I lay the vinyl onto the glass, I'm using my hand to rub the mask along with the vinyl to make sure there is good adhesion. So that's what I'm doing here. So you see me going from left to right, going all the way across, and you just do that till you feel like you have good adhesion. Then you want to then peel away the mask. So that's what is happening here. Alright, so in a minute you'll see me peeling away the mask. So that's what's happening right there. So you want to slowly peel the mask away. You want to do it at a 45-degree angle. You don't want to lift it. You kind of want to peel it back on itself. So you just slowly look, because sometimes a portion of the vinyl may tend to lift up with the mask. So just be careful and look out. After this process is completed, you want to then get your masking tape and then tape the edges, because you want to make sure that the Armor Etch doesn't get in areas where you do not want to be etched. Also, it is required that you wear gloves while using Armor Etch, goggles as well, because if this thing touches your skin, it burns pretty bad. However, you may see me doing it without the gloves. I'm just taking the risk. So I'm not advising you to do what I'm doing in terms of not wearing gloves and not wearing eye protection. So take the necessary precautions. All right, so As you can see, I have already masked the bottom, and I'm now doing the top. In a minute you'll see me doing the sides as well. Just want to make sure that the etching cream does not get in areas of the glass you don't want it to. So that's what's happening here. So after the masking tape has been applied, then it's time to apply the etching cream, which you'll see in a minute after I completed this right side. So you can use sponge to apply the armor etch, but you want to make sure that that sponge is affixed to some handle that your hand does not come in contact with that armor etch cream. In this case, I'm using a paintbrush. So you can go to your local art store and get that paintbrush, and then you just apply it all over. Make sure that design is covered in the etching cream, and then allow it to sit for 15, 20, 25 minutes. Most of the times I've done 15 minutes. So as you can see here, I am applying the armor etch cream over the design. So you want to just keep dabbing it. Most of the times you might be inclined to want to brush it, like draw from left to right or draw from top to bottom. As you can see, I'm more doing like a dabbing approach, because this approach mitigates armor etching cream get underneath that vinyl. So this is kind of the procedure I use. So just keep tapping on there till you cover the entire design. So just keep doing that and till the entire design is covered. One of the things you will see in a minute, once the entire design is covered, I would turn the glass and look from the inside, because some of the times, or most times, you're not able to see if you got good coverage over the design by looking from the outside. But when you hold the glass and look from the inside, then you have a different perspective in terms of you'll see if there are areas that has not been covered, and then you can turn back the glass and then cover those areas to make sure that you got good coverage, because you don't want some portion of the design to not be etched. So just keep dabbing away until all of the design area is covered. After this process is complete, you would then let that glass sit for the requisite duration, which is at 15, 20, 25 minutes. You don't want it to sit for a very long time, because what will happen is you might have bleeding. Bleeding is basically the same thing that I discussed, where the etch cream get underneath the vinyl, causing that bleed. So your lines won't be sharp and your design won't be sharp. So just bear that in mind as you employ these strategies to get a nice glass etch. Alright, so now this is the part where you see me holding the glass. I was looking from the inside to see if there were areas that was not covered, so that I could now cover those areas if it is that you had missed somewhere. So follow these steps and you should be doing good. So up to this point, I'm almost finished applying the armor etch over the entire area, and then I'm gonna take the glass, let it sit for the requisite time, which again, it's 15 minutes to 20 minutes. And then after that time expires, you would wash away the glass and then peel away the vinyl that was put on there. So here you can see the finished product. Looks pretty good to me. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please consider to subscribe and drop a like, share it with a friend. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.